Hey, my name is Matt, and I am the developer here on RPG Tycoon. Welcome to Alpha 10. Hope you enjoy this video. It's basically just a quick overview of lots of the new things coming. It's been a while. Apologies for that one, but I've really been invested. This update mainly focuses on improving the end game and giving the game an end game. Previously you would complete it and it would be like, hey, look, you scored some points, well done. But I've really been going in and I've improving the AI and improving the kind of the way that you win and the system in which you're scored to win, and basically just trying to show you how make the game a bit more competitive for people, because for me, I've really been enjoying it, actually playing it and trying to win and trying to beat the AI. So it's definitely made it more fun and made me actually want to keep playing and so on, and I hope that it has the same effect. So I'll jump straight in. You might be able to see right here, straight away, off the bat, we've got a new little menu area, and this is gameplay stats. This is an overview of all of the games that you play in the game. And you can remove it easily if you want to just clear it and start again. But this is recently tested today through a game that I played where I managed to get a score of about 1 million. And I won it, fortunately. I didn't lose against the AI. But it was only a short game. And I completed 28 quests and so on. And you can basically see here, and these will update based on each game. So these kind of total gold earned will be over all of your quests, like all of your history of games, how much you're earning. And how many quests you've done, and then you've kind of got your high score for each area. It just adds a little bit of kind of nicety to certain bits, and yeah, I just thought some players might like that, might be interesting to you, and if it is, then it's in place. Yeah, and I'm going to probably skip over some things, and read the patch notes for a full kind of detail list of some of the stuff that's added. So just forgive me if I do skip things. I just want to quickly jump in as well into the new options menu. Through some player requests, I've changed a few things in here. I haven't fully got everything in that I want to get in yet, but most of it's in, and I did a lot of work on making this really easy to implement now, so I can add new settings and stuff fairly easily. So if there's any kind of setting you want to be able to change, let me know, and I'll put it in here. But for now, one of the biggest requests was being able to turn autosaves off. You can now do that. They are on by default, but you can also change the frequency. So prior to a few builds ago, the game was a little bit temperamental, so autosaves were in as a way to kind of combat anything that might have gone wrong. But now it's more stable than it ever was, so they're not as important. So if you want to change the frequency of which the game saves, then you can do that. As always, there's kind of audio-visual settings as well. And new controls, you can change some settings with edge scrolling. I've turned it off by default because it's annoyed a few people, but you can turn it back on if you want, and you can also change the closeness and scroll speed and just kind of adjust to your like, and they will stay globally now. Previously, the kind of control schemes setting up the each of the individual keyboard shortcuts and things would be save dependent. That's now gone. It's all completely dependent on how you set it in here, and wherever you change it, it will stay throughout the game. So hopefully that's good news to a few of you. But I'm not going to jump. Well, I'll just quickly show you the new game screen. So if you go into the new game now, when you start a new save, you now get this sort of screen instead, rather than a little pop-up that existed, and you can just flick between tabs rather than the crappy radio boxes that were just ugly. You can just flick between tabs now. These two, hard and long, let's just skip over. Anyway, hard and long will be available after completing a game and after winning a game. So there's a little bit of a challenge there to try and unlock those for players that are new to RPG Tycoon. And new to Alpha 10. This is Alpha 10, just ignore this, I just haven't updated that yet. But I'm going to load in because everything I want to show you, I need to kind of have had a game going. So we'll jump into this one first, which is Alphaville, which is the one I just started. And yeah, that's going to happen every time you load for some... I might tweak that to hope that doesn't happen. But yes, whenever you level up, the game will now tell you in that nice little view. There was a bug with objectives that's been fixed, hopefully. I imagine it has, and you got some nice sound effects of buildings now. I hope you can hear that. Hopefully, it's that nice little weapon store building, and the tavern building, and this as well is a brand new thing. So throughout the game, you're now going to find modifiers. So these are kind of world events that will pop up and give you an overview of what's happened in the world. and as these pop up over time, you will receive a modification to your kingdom. So for instance, that one specifically has added 25% chance of adventurers visiting my kingdom, which is awesome, but that can also decline as well, and over time I'll add a few more and you'll have different modifiers in. For instance, when you defeat a villain, that will now also create a modifier, so be very aware of that. You'll get some nice boosts from killing villains and things, and it's this global kind of rounding that I've been trying to create of the game to really tie everything together, which I've mentioned a few times, but I'm really trying to get there now, and I think it's coming along. I think it's coming along very nicely. So we have been leveling these buildings up. Let's get upgrades. And okay, so what I have done as well is I've changed the quest screen and the bounty screen. You can see here it's a bit more streamlined, and now bounties are incredibly dependent on the settlements that you own. So if you want to be able to complete bounties, you need to send a hero through the new Kingdom and Settlements menu, which is nice and suave, and you can see the points that are being created by the AI. The AI is doing stuff in the background. You can see a kind of overview of what is going on and keep a keen eye on their score. Alphaville is very quickly becoming a threat. He's catching up pretty fast. And they each have, in the data files, they each have different aggressiveness levels. You can change that if you think they're too easy. Go ahead in the XML files there. I've tried to balance it to what I feel a player should be able to achieve. I can beat them pretty easily, but it's only been a few playthroughs that I've tested it, so this will balance based on your feedback. So let me know if you find them too difficult, and if the majority of you are finding AI too difficult or not difficult enough, I will adjust accordingly. But it should be fine. And yeah, so in this screen, in your settlement screen, you want to be able to go to a settlement, and you need to upgrade, and you need to actually attach a notice board to a settlement if you want to be able to allow yourself to perform bounties in that settlement. So you're just gonna have to wait, and actually we'll try and get one in each. And the way the bounties work, they also work slightly differently. So once our heroes come back from the settlements, which, there we go, we should now, if we go into our quests, have bounties available. Hooray! Ruins in Threepwood and mining in Threepwood. And basically what this now says is that you only have to match one supply. So it's now based on the supply system that you have in place, and if you can match that supply and correctly score that, which I don't know if we can do. Let's have a look. What have we got? Vermin. Have we got a vermin? Was one of those a vermin? I don't want to. Oh, I'm gonna have to cancel it now. No, it was ruins. Okay, we'll see if we can. I think every month they update, so we'll see if we can get vermin. Just because I know we can try and achieve it, and I want to be able to show you what the change is. There we go. That should now update. No, we got mine. Okay, well we'll just have to go with mining then. Let's attempt a mining. I think it was Threepwood. Mining. There we go. Let's try mining. See what happens. And so basically, once you achieve that, the aim of the bounties, which is quite clear, is just to get those correct. Oh no, we have a horrible smell. That's going to take away our adventurers visiting. Minus 10%. That's not good. Did we match one? No, we got papers and cannons. Okay, so let's. Oh, mining in Crinkle. Oh, it was in Crinkle Tap anyway. Okay, not Threepwood. Crinkle Tap mining. Well, I think papers is probably. We'll try papers and try it again. Hopefully we won't lose. But basically that's how you kind of have to achieve your bounties now. And you need to visit the settlements and actually upgrade those settlements in order to do that. So, oh no, we've got a Great Depression as well. So we've got minus 13. Oh, that's not good. And yeah, so you're gaining points now with everything you're doing in the game. Oh, accessories is correct. Okay. We won't worry about that. It's pretty much the gist of how it works. If you can get those correctly matched, then you succeed at the bounties. But yeah, so what you really need to be paying attention to now is everything that you're doing in the game. So you are getting scored on all different areas, but the AI is doing the same. So if you're kind of worried about where things are happening, and you will see there's a lot of places I've made it obvious about how you're scoring. Alphaville is now ahead of us. Brilliant. That's because I've been sitting here gas bagging and chatting to you guys. But I've not been paying attention. A bit of a push. So building things, doing quests, etc. All up your score. So just be very active if you want to win. Towards the later stage of the game, I think at the minute it's quite easy to overtake them. So it might be tricky at the start, but if you play your cards right, you should find it very easy to overtake. So we've just boosted a bit of our appeal there. Now I have added a new tool into the game. This is what I call the cycle tool, and for players that like to decorate things, but maybe have a change of taste, or they expand their kingdom. So for instance, if I actually let's expand. Yeah, we got some money. So if I now expand and I build an accessory store, let's put an accessory store. That's not really useful for what I'm trying to demonstrate, but okay, yeah, let's put an accessory store there. Oh, and Philip wants money. And then I'm going to put a bit of road there. Okay, there we go, like that. So now suddenly, I need to get rid of that with my demolish tool, add a road in there. But I say, well, actually, I don't want to delete that, but I don't want it to be that module. So I can go, okay, well, if I get the cycle tool, I can now flick between the different variations of this building, and now I can go, oh yeah, look, that means I can get that one, which is the one I want, because then it actually connects these up, and that looks a lot nicer for me, and I can then decide that that's actually the way I want. So you can actually cycle through, and again, more obviously, you can just flick through, and it basically just changes the variations of the modular buildings. So for instance, if I say, actually I want the girl statue, and I want to change my roof to be green on this building, you can cycle anything, and it'll pretty much tell you in blue if the object is cyclable, if that's even a word. But yeah, you can flick through different variations of things, and it's a nice tool if you want to play around with stuff. So and conveniently, we now have the annual report screen, which is completely changed. It's got a ranking system in place, and we have been beaten by Alphaville by like 6,000 points ish, 5,000 points. Not good, but we're second, so okay. And we have won nothing. Oh no, we've won the most amused award. We've got 10,000 points for that, but the other kingdoms have won those awards. There are achievements in play if you win, and every year you'll unlock a new award available to you, so you won't be able to get the 5-year achievement unless you're playing medium to long games, because it takes 7 years, I think, before you can unlock all of the ones that are available to you. So that's one of the benefits of playing a slightly longer game, but it depends if you're an achievement hunter or not. But yeah, so this is now a ranking system in place, and you can keep a close eye on how well you're doing with you and the other kingdoms. And while we're here, I don't know if we've got anything in. Do we have anything in our inventory? We do. Not really enough. So let's do a quick quest, and I can show you some of the new stuff within the questing system. So let's do a tame quest. I've tried some more balancing with questing and the way that stuff is scored. That's going to always develop as the game progresses. The villains system, I don't know. I might be able to show you in another save that I have. We will ignore the man. You have a nice little sound there when you do events. Lots of sounds have been added into this, just for pure enjoyment. We've cleaned up a few of the sounds. And yeah, new adventure models, all sorts of things. There's some new building designs, which you'll see shortly. Yes, we've got some stuff. Okay, cool. I can demonstrate what I wanted to demonstrate. Nice little level up sound as well. Okay, right. So, in the item screen, there are now these little tabs. Look at that. And if I say, well, I want to sell everything that's most expensive, and that is now the most expensive item, so I can toggle sale mode on and sell only that because it's the most expensive, but I don't want to sell anything else. And I want to look in there, maybe, or I want to say, okay, well, I want to equip the highest level, so I am level, or I want to sort by name. There are now these little sorty buttons which let you sort things, so very convenient if you're that kind of player, or if you want to sell everything that isn't equipped, you can just do that by clicking this one button here and sell all of those things, and nothing was equipped, so it sold everything in my inventory. So just some convenient buttons for players that want those to be a thing. They are now a thing. And yeah, I hope that's useful to you. Similarly, if I am to send a hero to garrison and protect a settlement to stop its to lower its danger level and stop its happiness from decreasing, if I now, I don't know where Philip has got, I guess he's got there, but if I now go back into the thing, it then shows you in the menu if a hero is garrisoned, so you can actually see where they are. If you've left someone in a settlement, you can see that. I have added stuff back into the AI, so they will now lose their settlements and then gain them as well. So previously in the last build, they didn't lose them at all. And if you lost yours, it was impossible to get them back. That's all fixed. You can get your settlements back now. And yeah, you're competing quite fiercely with them. And you have an eye on if happiness is going up or down with these little arrows here to see how well you and they are also doing. So, right, let me jump into a slightly later game, and I can show you kind of stuff towards the end of the game. So the game will now make you very aware when there is 1 year left, and you've only got, you know, time is flying, and you're right on the edge of your screen, edge of your seat, right on the edge of your game, even. And yeah, so you know, it's just to give you that little awareness that you're nearly game over time. And yeah, this is the settlement that I was working on earlier. You can see some of the new buildings. So we've got a furniture store, a nice little bar, a new model design type buildings of like a butcher shop and all sorts, and yeah, and some graves as well because it's Halloween, of course. So got to do that. And we can cycle. I think I've hidden stuff, but I've got some heroes in here. And this is one where it was actually broken during the load, so I'm miles ahead of the AI, and the AI is miles behind. And I think I stole all of their settlements, so it's not quite loading properly. But you can see, I just wanted to show you sort of how the end game works, because the end game still is fine. This save is from a slightly older build, but still, you can see really how the kingdom's come along now, and this is where you should be at by year 10. And I just want to show you villains you will now encounter through epic quests. So there's none of that kind of search and infiltrate stuff. That will all happen through events. So, and you should be doing a mediocre event. I don't think you can find them at the normal level. We lost a settlement. You have a nice little message to explain to you that you can put an outpost back in and you'll get it back. So just to prove that you can claim them back. I think which one have we lost? Okay, there's some down here that we've lost. I guess that's one that we've lost. Let's send and we don't have any heroes because they're all out. Never mind. Well, you can claim them back. Just trust me on that one. Lots of nice sound effects going on. Nice and warming sounds. Hopefully, they might not. They're lovely. I like them. It's keeping you away. You know when stuff is upgrading. You can hear it. Should be quite easily identifiable. Let's attempt to open the tomb. Now there is a nice new thing in here, based on some traits that exist. Lawrence is way overpowered. I may have trained him quite a lot and equipped him with some ridiculously high equipment. But now there's a nice little retry button. So if one of your heroes has the opportunist trait, they can re-roll the entire set for free. You should only get one chance, I believe, per quest. Or you can pay $1,000, I think it is, to re-roll. But if you didn't happen to succeed, it gives you that extra chance. If you were like one close, or you got some really low rolls and you knew you could probably achieve it, you can now re-roll and attempt to get a higher score. So it's that kind of like second chance if it was something that you necessarily really needed. And it's now available to you. So I don't think I'm going to have enough time to actually show the villain stuff, but yeah, it's within that epic system now, and I'm trying to really tie everything in. The same with the dynamic system that was introduced a few updates ago. That's all within there now as well, and so basically by questing you will find yourself encountering different events that may play out through various other quests at the same time. And when you encounter a hero, when you encounter a villain and you need to vanquish said villain, you will have a special vanquish system within the events, or within the quest menu, the epic quest menu, that is specifically targeted that. Oh no, we have counterfeit gold. We are not doing well from happiness right now. More gold. Never mind. Hooray, we got stuffs. Awesome. My heroes are doing well as well. I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to try and fast forward to see if I can get to the end game screen. But you've seen some of the new buildings. There's a few new decorations as well, and yeah, it seems to be running a lot. You know, it's every time I update it, I'm trying to fix lots of bugs. There's been lots and lots of bugs fixed, based on all of your lovely feedback, and I think that's covered most of the new stuff that's been added. Again, just double checking the system. In the blog post even. I've added some new achievements as well. I won't go into too much detail because a lot of them are based on some secret stuffs. But yeah, there are some new achievements in the game because, you know, achievements are awesome. But the modifier system and this whole AI is really the focus here. And it should just... I'm hoping it makes the game a bit more competitive and it makes you really want to win. And it might add a bit of strategy to the way that you're playing. Okay, so we should be about to finish actually and complete against our AI partners. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of hats being worn by our adventurers here. The hat store, special buildings. They're worth placing down, trust me. We've lost, and a lot of the AI settlements have lost their kingdoms. So we could claim those if we wanted. And here we are. So we have well and truly destroyed the enemy. But like I said, it was from a slightly broken loaded save. And yeah, that's the end of the annual report, and then hopefully new end screen in which we managed to get one of the new achievements, and you basically get an achievement for various different scenarios here. I won't go into too much detail, but you get a breakdown of how well you've done. Nice little medal if you did win, or a score breakdown as well to show how well you did, where your score came from, and where you were kind of earning the most monies. So you can get a rough idea and how well you did, you know, how much you were spending, the type of gameplay you played, and how many decorations you placed, special buildings that you placed, etc. And as always, you can finish the game straight up, or if you want to, you can just continue playing, just like this. So, you know, we've won, we're happy, and we're just going to keep going now. So, yeah, that's pretty much all of the stuff that's been added in Alpha 10. There's some new things here and there. Just double check in the patch notes for a full list of additions, let's say, but majority of the game has been focusing on the AI and creating that competitive element and the statistics and things like that. And weirdly enough, that has taken a very long time because I wanted to make it okay, and AI has been fun, but I find it challenging. So hopefully you will too. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll next kind of build, I'll be improving that, and then I want to really focus on the middle game, so towards the kind of longer playthroughs. Some of the stuff I need improving, really mainly I'll be focusing on the school system and the event system. Because now the AI is in place, I actually want the event plaza to really work alongside them. So I won't say too much about that. But I got some ideas. And then yeah, I'm going to be improving the way that the school works, because I'm not happy with that at the moment. And then I'll probably add a few more things towards the mid-game. But yes, it's coming along. And each update brings more things. So hopefully you're enjoying that. And yeah, let me know what you think. And until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Bye!